Hi guys, this is GamerR73 here. So, I did not intend to go swimming in Minecraft, but anyways, we are going to be doing a video on which weapon is the better choice, a sword or an axe. Now, if you look at the hit points of this, a netherite axe does 10 attack damage, while the netherite sword does 8 attack damage. But if you think about it, even though the axe may deliver more hit points, the sword has some enchantments that can make it better. So let's see. So we can search up Fire Aspect, which will light things on fire, and that will increase the hit points. And we also have Sharpness, which will also highly increase the amount of damage dealt by the sword. So let's put this into an anvil and see which is the better option. So we are going to put this in an anvil, like I said before, and we are going to enchant our sword with Fire Aspect. And that doesn't really increase the damage, but it will increase the amount of hit points your enemies take. But if we give it Sharpness, this actually makes it a lot better. Now, what we can also do is if we add an enchantment to the axe, however, we can discover that Sharpness here will actually make the axe a little bit stronger than what we have here. So this will deal 13 attack damage, so still 2 points ahead of the sword. But let's look at some more enchantments. So we can do, so there is an enchantment called Sweeping Edge. This will make it look a lot better, and we can just search up combat. Well, if we can't, I guess. But anyways, we can just go to enchanted books, and we can see what type of enchantments we have. So we have Sharpness, we have Smite and stuff. So Smite is also can add more stuff. So we already have Sweeping Edge enchanted book. But technically, in this case, the sword would be a good option, because if we add Sweeping Edge, I have a feeling that this is going to upgrade the amount, but not by much. So if we look at this from a different aspect, let's take this into a whole different perspective. We're going to get one of the toughest mobs in Minecraft, which is not the Wither, because I don't want to destroy my world, my beautiful world. And we are going to do Iron Golem. We're going to build an Iron Golem and test out these weapons on the Iron Golems. And and by the amount of hits it takes to kill the Iron Golem, that will determine what hit point, which one will do the better damage. So we need a pumpkin. So we have a carved pumpkin here, and now we are going to build ourselves this. So we have I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to enchant my swords and max this sword out with Sharpness, all sorts of other stuff that's going to make it really painful to get hit by. So I'm going to go black. Alright, so I am back from adding as many enchantments as I can think of to my sword. I have not maxed out the axe because I don't feel like doing it. And besides, Sharpness is one of the most common enchantments. So anyways, we are going to put this on an Iron Golem and see which one does it better. So we are going to kill you, my friend. So we have, like, so far, I think it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 hit points on that. So that was actually not bad. Well, actually, it was 9 hits before it died. So I hear a skeleton, but I don't want to deal with it at the moment. So anyways, we are going to build another Iron Golem, and we are going to determine whether this axe will be able to kill it faster than the sword did, or is the sword all in all the better option. So here we have this, and we have our thing at Sharpness. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that was 3 more hits than the sword before before the Iron Golem died. So that means technically the sword could be a good option, but the axe does have an advantage. The axe can also break a shield much quicker than a sword can, because I mean that makes sense since shields tend to be made out of wood or iron. So technically we should take both weapons, but I'm gonna say that depending on the circumstance that you're in, it really depends on the type of situation you're in. So, like for example, if we haven't, so let's just get rid of these netherite stuff. So let's say we're in a survival world and we haven't gotten enchantments for our netherite stuff yet. So we're going to get the netherite sword and our netherite axe back as normal again. So now we have our regular netherite weapons. So in this case, if you haven't found any enchantments yet and gotten any enchantments yet, the axe is going to be a better weapon in this area. But that depends on whether you'd go out on a lot of mining and stuff. Because if you go out and to like chop down a bunch of trees with your axe and stuff, then we can definitely. You might want to use your sword as your weapon instead of the axe, so that way you have something that can chop down trees quicker. So yeah, so there isn't really a way to determine which is better, but it really, like I said before, it really depends on the circumstance. If you're in a survival world and you haven't found enchantments, then the axe is going to be the better weapon. So I think that it really depends on the circumstances. I know I've said that a lot, so I'm going to stop there. And anyways, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. And if you have any arguments against this, please feel free to share the arguments. So anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.